everybody. Welcome to Oh No Anime again. My name is Mark.
I'm Patrick. I think this was day 2.
Day 2.
Hey, Mark. You know, I can fly. You can fly.
We can fly.
Moto. So yeah, we just got back from the Annie's on Super Live, and Jam Project killed us. We are dead.
That was definitely the biggest thing to happen today. Not a whole lot.
Else
other than Love
Live, Aqua. I met the CEO and president of, the CEO and one of the head producers of PA Works accidentally, and got him to sign something. So that was really fucking cool.
Yeah, let's talk about Love Live.
Yeah, so the first thing we did this morning was at 11 o'clock was the Love Live Sunshine We Are Aqua Des Hajime Mashita. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
So this was a cool event that we got to do where we got to meet 6 of the 9 Aqua Seiyu and kind of explain what Love Live Sunshine is. They went through what it kind of means to them, and we saw a lot of first time footage.
Yeah. We saw the first 2 music videos that they released.
Yes, which the only way to see those before today was to buy the singles.
Yeah.
That's the only way to see the full version.
They showed their entire first live.
That was super crazy because until last week nobody knew that video of that existed, and they unveiled it during a Nico Live broadcast. But the Nico Live broadcast showed like part of one song. We saw every song on their first single, and it was like a professionally recorded, like something you would find on a concert Blu-ray.
Yeah, really nice.
That was really cool. I really hope I get to see them actually do that live.
Yeah,
because that was fucking awesome.
I think it was at that point that they actually came back out in their live outfits.
They came out in the Kimi no Kokoro Kage
It's almost unfair.
Outfits. Yeah,
you can't have them come out in their live outfits and not have them do a live.
But obviously, there were only 6 of them there. Can't do a Love Live without 9 Love Lives.
And then they showed the first episode.
First time it was available subbed anywhere. Apparently, they waited to flip the switch on Funimation Daisuki until we were done watching it. So
it was a really surreal experience for me, having literally just finished the first Love Live. To see the first episode of. And I say that because there's certain moments throughout that are definitely big homages to Muse and the original girls. So it was.
We're just going to spoil the shit out of it for you right now.
Yeah,
I think it's interesting. There's a scene that where Chika is trying to explain to Rika what idols are, and Start Dash starts to play, and she's talking about that. I'm going to choke up again. Sorry, I can't talk about it without it. Where I think it's interesting how even though Mark just watched it, and Start Dash means something entirely different from him versus me, who saw it in, I think, 2013 when it aired, and that kind of like started my whole Love Live deal, and yet we both ended up in the same place, which is brilliant because that's exactly where Chika is in the show, and it's just like an incredible way to get you to relate with the main character. Yeah.
It's... The other thing that I noticed about the event was that there's only so much variation with idol music. But the cool thing is that they're definitely trying to make Aqua sounds pretty different.
They have a very different sound.
Just the fact that they even have like announced subunits that will be featured in the show this early on.
Yeah, because
kind of sets them apart from where
Muse does have subunits, but they were never in the show. Like it was just it was for use during performances. I'm pretty sure the subunits are going to be in the show.
The subunits are literally out.
All the marketing they've done. In fact, all the radio shows they do and stuff like that, they're separated into their subunits. Cheryl, Azalea, and Guilty Kiss.
So that's interesting. Musically, they're pretty different from Muse. I think Muse's strong suit was their sentimentality, which is why obviously the original Love Live means so much to so many people. But Aqua is kind of more the party girls, honestly. Their first couple of singles are all very easy to listen to.
Koinari Tai Aquarium is also not bum bum da 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 da.
Yeah,
I love
it's a very different sounding song. We also heard a third song that wasn't the one that you showed me. We heard another one.
We had in total 2 new songs from the episode. We had the opening, and then they didn't play the actual ending theme for the show. They played a song that was just all the second year girls singing. Yeah, which is a really, really good song. I'm about to rip that so I can listen to it on my own time. Yeah, so that was excellent.
So that was a really good event.
Yeah, after they did that though, after they showed the episode, they came out and talked to us for a bit more, and they did they pretty much mimicked their Nico Nama, their Nico Live stuff, where they sat out at the tables and they did a Q&A session with pre-chosen questions from the crowd, which was really, really cool. There were some really nice ones in there. I think my favorite one was that there's two characters in the show, Ruby and Daya, that are sisters, and somebody asked, or do you and the sister in the show have the same relationship outside? And of course, I think it was Saito Shuka, or no, I'm sorry, it was Furuhata Ai, says, yeah, we're actually like sisters outside, but instead of me being the little sister, I'm the big sister in our relationship. And Arisa was just like, no, you aren't. No. So just seeing their interactions like that live in person is a lot of fun after having been so into it for the last like month and a half of my life.
Yeah. I can definitely sense that this is going to be very good. The first episode was really good. I really like the setting a lot.
Yeah, some tells me Dumazi was gonna creep onto my list of places to visit very soon here.
It is definitely the perfect setting for a summer show, for sure. So before we get to the super live stuff, I'll just run down quickly. I only went to one other panel.
I didn't even go to it. This was all you, so I'm gonna sip on my beer.
I went to the Sunrise and Bandai Namco Pictures panel, and they didn't really announce anything new. They kind of teased at some stuff, but they went over a lot of stuff that they are releasing in the future. They are doing two shows that I don't know if they were announced today because they were alongside Classicaloid, which is not, which is a previously announced show. But they were talking about two shows that they're doing are both kind of on the boys love side of things. One is called Magic Kyun Renaissance.
Yeah, that's definitely been
which is an anime show, and then the other one is Dream Festival, which is a male idol show.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
A lot of Yokai Watch and Brave Beats people are working on that, and the voice actors on it are all stage actors.
Brave Beats was pretty good.
Yeah,
I like
but that's the biggest thing for that show is that the voice actors on it are all actual stage actors.
That's cool.
Then they showed a exclusive Classicaloid trailer. Classicaloid, of course, is the show. It's a comedy show featuring basically the premise. It's a comedy
show by Gintama director.
Yeah, like what would happen if you brought a bunch of classical composers into the modern era?
And if Liszt was a woman.
Yeah, and if Liszt was a woman. And they showed a trailer with that. They premiered the Tofu Beats song that is going to be in it for the first time.
Oh shit! I haven't heard that yet.
It's ridiculous sounding. And then they also talked about how apparently they're making a Tiger and Bunny live action movie in Hollywood.
I can see that.
I just don't.
Did you ever see Tiger and Bunny?
It's with Imagination, which is the studio that did like A Beautiful Mind and like a couple other.
That's an odd choice.
Yeah, I mean it's.
If there's like an anime that can be adapted into live action, Tiger and Bunny would be really good because it's already supposed to be like an American reality show.
Yeah.
To begin with.
Then they pretty much talked about Gundam for the rest of the time.
Cool.
Gundam Build Fighters is coming to the U.S. in August. Build Fighters Try is coming in September, along with Char's Counterattack, which I'm very excited about because it's a really good movie. They brought out Shin Sasaki, the Gundam guy, like the executive producer of all Gundam series and the vice president of Sunrise. And he was talking about Gundam The Origin, which is in the process of releasing here. The third one just came out, fourth one's coming out in fall. And he announced plans that they are going to try to get them in movie theaters once they're done
I'm so
released.
down.
Yeah, because those have been really, really good so far. And then they just spent the rest of the time talking about Iron-Blooded Orphans a lot. They brought out the English voice of Mikazuki.
Has it started airing, or
it is? Yeah, it's currently airing. I think it started a couple weeks ago. He is actually the voice actor of Mikazuki. Is actually live tweeting every episode every Saturday night.
Oh, that's kind of really cool.
He's a really cool dude. He definitely is a big fan. Like they kind of asked him a couple pre-prepared questions that they had.
It's pretty obvious he's a Gundam fan.
His taste is really good because his favorite character from Iron-Blooded Orphans that's not Mika is Biscuit. So, A, right answer there.
Biscuit's
and
great.
B, his favorite Gundam series other than Iron-Blooded Orphans was Gundam Wing, which is like kind of obvious for any
Sounds like an American.
But, yeah. He seemed like a really cool dude. So, but
solid answers.
They showed the only other like newish thing that they showed. They put up they very dickishly put up 3 silhouettes of new mobile suits, specifically apparently Gundam from the 2nd season. So they kind of dropped the fact that there's going to be more than one Gundam in Iron Blood Orphans in the coming season. Cool. And that is it. They didn't really announce anything. They didn't really show anything else new other than what I just said. Yeah. But
while you were doing that, I was running around. I met an old buddy of mine, Piroko, if you guys are familiar with Ryzon on IRC. And as is tradition, when I meet up with Piroko, I get stupid fucking lucky. So he texted me. He said, "Hey, I'm in the entertainment hall by PA Works for a giveaway." And I'm like, "All right, I'll head that way." So I get in line for the giveaway because I see him up front. I'm like, whatever. So I do that, and it's a really cool, like, it came in a folder. I'll have to post a picture on the blog. It came in a folder that's, it's, if you guys have seen Shirobako, it's a folder that tells you, like, the cut and everything of the papers that are inside, and you put the key animation inside of it. So that's what it looks like, and inside was a replica frame from Shirobako. So that was already pretty cool, considering I didn't know I was getting that. And then Piroko just fucking darts, like, runs off, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I pick up my book bag and I follow him, and he, like, corners the CEO of PA Works, who is there hand giving us these things. And he's like, hey, can you sign this? And the handler's like, no signing. And Horikoshi is just like, nah, man, I got this. So he just started signing shit, and he signed it where the animator's, like, signature would be if he had done the cut. So that was super fucking cool. I'm pumped I got that. Like, what a fucking stroke of luck. That's and awesome. Then I went and bought more stuff at the exhibition hall. So that was good.
Yeah, and then the centerpiece of today happened.
Yeah, holy shit. Where did it begin?
So I guess
let's start at the beginning.
Let's just start in the beginning. So we got there kind of late. We got there
we got there on time. The lines fucking sucked.
Yeah. Jam Project opened and closed the show, as you might expect. We walked in.
Makanashi Kai, which is the opening for an old shonen show named Buso Renkin. It did have an English release. If you guys know Buso Renkin, it's probably for the villain who is named, like, Mr. Butterfly or something. If you've ever seen a guy in, like, a purple Speedo with, like, a butterfly mask, an anime dude, that's from Buso Renkin. But Makanashi Kai is, like, this awesome karaoke song in Japan that everybody can yell, which is pretty much all Jam Project songs. And from there they went to Chala Head Chala, right?
Yeah.
Which is, of course, the Dragon Ball Z opening.
It's pretty great.
Or Dragon Ball opening?
It's Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball, I'm sorry.
And then who came on after that?
I think it was Aoi.
Yeah, Aoi. Yeah, Aoi came on.
She fucking killed it.
She has such an unbelievable stage presence. I really love her a lot. She played the Sword Art Online 2 opening. She played the Kill of Kill opening. She played the Arslan Senki ending. All her hits. She played the, I think, second opening theme for Sword Art Online? Or the ending theme. She did one of them.
Song, yeah.
She's great. I love her. I mean, I was expecting her to be great, so she didn't really surprise me.
You'd seen her live before last year, too, didn't you?
No, that was 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years
ago.
That
was the Kill a Kill year.
Who did you see live last year? I've seen her live before that shit.
Momoklo was the one last year.
I could swear that you and they didn't have anybody at the Fate Stay Night thing last year?
Oh, no, that was
because I didn't see that.
Eimer and
there we go. Eimer, yeah. There we go.
Whoever sang the first opening of UVW.
Cool. Yeah, so after that was Harna Luna.
Yeah, Luna Harna, and she sang, what did she sing? She sang Overfly. Mm-hmm. She sang the High Fury opening, which I was really happy to hear live.
Cool.
It's such a good
oh my
song.
God, it's High Fury. Everybody around us was like, what's High Fury? And we're saying, yeah, ships.
It's like, fuck you, ship girl show, bruh. She played one other song before she brought Air Aoi back on. I can't remember what it was. Some anime song.
We heard a lot of songs in there.
Yeah. But the most important part is that she brought Air Aoi back on, and they covered the fucking first Full Metal Alchemist opening. Mesa, is that what it's called?
I forget, but it's a porno graffiti song.
That
was
really
such a
fucking good. I just want to point out how much I love the fact that Luna Harna calls her Erne.
Yeah,
I fucking love that. And they really literally walked off like hand in hand like sisters.
Apparently
it's
they're
so
like good
adorable.
friends. Yeah,
and they killed it. Like, it was so good.
That was, that was such a surprise because, I mean, we go in there, we expect to hear the openings and endings that they did, and then they come out together and cover fucking porno graffiti. Holy shit.
I don't even know how that, like, came about, but, like, I'm so happy.
They're probably on the plane and said, hey, let's do this.
Yeah. Then, was it Yoko Shida or was it Minami that came out? I think it was Yoko Shida and then Minami. No, it was Minami.
No, it was Minami.
So Minami came out and
I don't remember what she did.
She sang like 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah, these were slightly older, like early 2000 anime songs, still super recognizable.
Yeah, but the most important part is after her came out Yoko Shida. And Yoko Shida is...
Man.
She's a goddess. Stage presence and I had no idea that she had been at Anime Expo 4 times previous to this.
Yeah, I think the last one was like 8 years previous, though. Like, it had been some time.
So awesome. She came out wearing a kimono and looking
I have expected her to sing Enka. I was like, I could get down with that right now. That's where I was. That was my mental state. Yeah, Enka, sure, why not? Yeah. But she didn't do Enka. She did anime music. I don't remember what her set was.
Well, she did... Is it Golden... something? Yeah. What is that song called? Fuck. Everyone loves it. I'm so tired right now.
Yeah.
Anyways, she brought out Minami and they did a song together. Then
they did. Hang on, slow down. I know you don't have the same like deal with Haruhi that I did, but they covered Minami and Yoko Shida covered a song from their heyday, which was the insert song from Suzumi and Haruhi, God Knows, and the place went fucking nuts. Like, everybody was singing it. It was crazy. Hearing those two cover a song from 2006 was like, oh my god, I was already like, all right, I can die now. I'm good. That's it. And it just kept on getting better. I think after that was DJ Kazu.
DJ Kazu came out and played an Annie song set.
Yeah.
Then
it was a good Annie song set.
Yeah. Then Sphere came out. Sphere played
a bunch of songs that nobody knew.
A bunch of songs that even Sphere fans don't really know.
Well, that's because they did like the Dempa Kyoshi opening. Dempa Kyoshi was so bad that it tore down Conan's ratings.
Yeah.
So they were really awesome. Don't get me wrong. It's just nobody.
Yeah, I liked them better than I liked the music they played.
Yeah.
But then, of course, came out Jam Project again. Opened with Gong. Then
was it TM Revolution?
Oh yeah, TM Revolution
TM
was in there somewhere. Yeah, he was before Sphere. Yeah, I forgot about that. He came out.
Fucking killed
he murdered it. He has very good stage presence. And still looks like a little baby boy.
He did Soul Eater and of course Heart of Sword. Yeah. Ended with Heart of Sword, the Rurouni Kenshin ending.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Then Sphere. Then Jam Project. They played Gone. They played the One Punch Man opening. They did a Super Robot.
That was so crazy.
And then they played Skill. And
they played Skill for like 10 minutes longer than Skill actually lasts.
Yeah.
Firebomber was like stealing people's fucking lights and stuff.
Yep.
And people's Nendroids apparently. Was that Firebomber or Masaki Endo that did that?
No.
With an Android.
TM Revolution at one point was on the very side of the stage, and someone, I don't know what was happening, but someone was holding up a figure or something. He picked it up for 1 second, was like, to the crowd, and then just tossed it back into the crowd and kept singing. It was awesome.
Everybody there had like this crazy ass stage. It's hard to, or we're kind of basking in the afterglow. It's hard to state just how fucking awesome that show was.
Yeah.
Jam Project brought the house down.
Everyone seemed to have a really incredible energy. Everyone seemed to be really, really excited to be there.
Yeah. I think everyone said they'd come back too.
Yeah, I mean, I would want to if I played something like this. I mean, we were just talking about this earlier. I mean, this is probably the biggest Annie-san specific event that has ever happened in the United States, by a very wide margin.
Yeah.
And
that was nuts.
It's a really...
And it's the first year of it too. Like, it's going to happen next year.
It's honestly like probably just one of the best things that has happened for anime in the United States, like ever. Specifically anime music. Like, this is just... It's,
I mean, AX has musical guests every year, but sometimes it's just like a Visual K guest or an idol group. And
it already has me wondering, what in the hell could they possibly do to top this? Like, then they can, especially with the help of Daisuke, who has a lot of money.
And a lot of connections.
Yeah, that too. But it's, I guess it'll all just be depending on what Daisuke is promoting next year, because like all of these bands in some way all of these acts in some way factored into something that they're promoting now. So it's gonna be an interesting next couple of years for the U.S. in anime, because this is. I think if you'd have told anyone 5 years ago that something like this was happening in the States, they would have fucking laughed in their face.
We're in a recession. There's no way.
And I mean, it's pretty hard to see how anything could be like as good as this, but we still have the rest of the weekend to live out.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of really cool panels tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be the busiest day.
I'm not sure which panels, but it's a busy day, and of course tomorrow night we have Flow.
Probably the most important panels to me all weekend: the Production IG panel, the Fully Cooley 2 panel, which is going to be, I don't even know what the fuck that's going to be happening, and then the Trigger panel, all in a row. And then right after the Trigger panel is Flow versus Old Codex, the Japan band battle, which is also going to be insane.
Yeah.
So if tonight was any indication, I have a feeling it's going to be.
If it was any indication, Daisuke knows how to fucking party.
They know how to throw a concert.
Anime Consortium Japan.
Consider me impressed. That was one of the best live events I've been to in a very, very long time. So I guess we should say until then. Yeah. We will keep updated. We'll probably do another live stream on Facebook tomorrow, maybe more than
at some point. We did have a request during last live stream to actually talk about anime. Oh, we did in the previous one, didn't we? We talked about Love Live.
Yeah.
Whatever. We can talk about Love Live again.
We'll talk about Love Live forever.
Yeah.
Anyways, we will keep you guys updated. As for now, I'm going to collapse into bed and wish for sweet death, because nothing can be better than what we just witnessed.
We peaked. We're gonna go die. No more podcast.
Yep.
Sorry, guys.
Good night.